get this, imagine like the whole AI world just suddenly kind of gets flipped on its head, like a new player comes in and just shakes everything up.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's kind of what happened this week. And we're going to dive deep into it.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is. So we're talking about this Chinese AI company, DeepSeek.
Okay.
And they just dropped this total bombshell, their new AI model, DeepSeek R1.
DeepSeek R1, okay.
And it is causing some serious waves. Like, investors are freaking out. The U.S. stock market's feeling it. And even like the top dogs, the CEO of OpenAI, the guys who made ChatGPT, are taking notice.
Wow, that's a pretty big deal.
So we're going to break it all down for you. And we're going to be using this really great article from the Indian Express to kind of guide us through it.
Awesome.
So to like help us really connect all the dots and understand, just how big of a deal this is, we've got our expert here with us today.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's so interesting how DeepSeek kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It really shows you just how fast things are moving in the AI world, especially over in China.
Totally. It's like watching a tech thriller, but it's actually happening in real life.
Right.
So let's like jump into the heart of it. What's about this DeepSeek R1 that's causing all this chaos?
Well, the big thing is that people are saying it's faster and way cheaper than a lot of the American AI models out there right now.
Oh, wow.
And when I say cheaper, I don't mean like a little bit cheaper. I'm talking like potentially changing the whole game in terms of cost.
Oh, man. I bet that's making some people nervous, especially with how the stock market reacted.
Yeah, the markets definitely noticed. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ both took a dip, and NVIDIA, that they're a huge name in AI chips, they saw their stock drop almost 12%.
Whoa.
Like,
Yeah.
It's serious when even the people who are just investing in AI are starting to sweat.
Yeah, to like give everyone an idea, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, it's kind of like the popularity contest for the whole U.S. stock market.
Yeah.
And when a company like NVIDIA that's making the brains for a lot of this AI stuff takes a hit like that, it shows you investors are getting spooked about this new competition.
Yeah, it's a sign that the companies that have been running the show for a while are feeling the pressure.
For sure. And here's where it gets even wilder.
Right.
Former President Trump actually weighed in on DeepSeek's success. And get this, he had some nice things to say.
Really?
Yeah, he called DeepSeek's accomplishment a wake-up call for American companies.
Huh. That's interesting. I mean, it really shows how this is about more than just tech. It's about economics, too.
Exactly. He even said that U.S. companies should take some notes from DeepSeek on how to make AI tech more affordable. He sees this competition as a way to push prices down and make AI accessible for everyone, which could actually be a good thing in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, a race to make better AI for less money could lead to some crazy innovation and make it so everyone can use this stuff.
Totally. Now, let's bring another big name into this. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI.
Oh, yeah, the ChatGPT people.
Exactly. He went on X, the thing that used to be Twitter, and gave his thoughts.
What'd he say?
Well, even he, a leader in the American AI scene, admitted that DeepSeek R1 is pretty impressive, especially how cheap it is to run.
Wow, that's like getting a compliment from your rival.
Right, and the best part is Altman even hinted that they've got new stuff coming out that'll blow DeepSeek out of the water. He's not backing down from a challenge at all.
It sounds like DeepSeek's really lit a fire under them, which could lead to some really awesome new tech.
So we've got investors on edge, former presidents giving their opinions, and tech giants getting ready for an AI showdown. This is getting juicy.
It's a big deal, and it shows something even bigger is happening. This whole thing is like a glimpse into a power shift in the world, and tech is right at the center of it.
To really understand why this is such a huge deal, we need to go back to basics for a sec. What exactly makes DeepSeek R1 so special? It's not just about being faster and cheaper, is it?
Got it. There's more to it than that. To get why this is so important, we need to understand what makes DeepSeek R1 tick. Like, what tech are they using? How does it work? And how does that make it so fast and affordable?
All right, so let's crack open the hood and see what's making everyone so excited about this DeepSeek R1. We've got a lot to dig into.
So the thing that's got everyone in the tech world buzzing is how DeepSeek R1 can process information like it's super efficient.
Okay.
They're using this totally new architecture that makes data flow smoother, and that's a big part of why it's so fast and cheap.
So it's like it found a shortcut to do the same work, but way smarter? That's pretty cool.
Exactly, and that means big things.
How so?
Well, think about it. Faster processing means faster results, so everything feels smoother for the user.
Right.
Whether you're writing something, translating languages, or crunching numbers, the speed DeepSeek R1 brings could change how we use AI completely.
That makes sense. But how does all that fancy tech make it cheaper?
It's all about efficiency. Because
Yeah.
DeepSeek R1 is designed so well, it doesn't need as much power to do the same things other AIs do.
Oh, okay.
So less energy, less reliance on pricey hardware, and that all adds up to major savings.
So it's like building a supercar that sips on gas instead of guzzling it down. That's a big deal when you think about how much it costs to run those huge AI systems.
Exactly. And that affordability could change everything. It could mean smaller businesses, researchers, even everyday people could use powerful AI that was way too expensive before.
So it's like DeepSeek is making AI for everyone. That could spark a ton of new ideas, right?
Absolutely. Imagine startups with limited budgets or researchers in underfunded labs suddenly having access to these awesome AI tools.
Yeah.
It could lead to breakthroughs in every field you can think of. The impact could be huge.
That's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
But what about the big guys like Google and Microsoft? They've been leading the AI game for years.
Yeah.
How are they dealing with DeepSeek crashing the party?
Well, even though we only heard from OpenAI's CEO, I'm sure every major player is watching DeepSeek really closely.
Yeah.
They know this isn't just some fad. This could completely change the industry.
It's like a wake-up call for the tech giants,
Mm.
right? You can't just sit back and relax. Got to keep innovating or you'll get left behind.
For sure. And that competition is actually good for everyone in the long run.
How so?
It forces companies to push themselves, come up with new ideas, make their products even better, and ultimately that means better AI for all of us.
So it's like a rising tide that lifts all boats, even if some of those boats get a little splashed in the process.
Yeah, something like that. But there's more to it than just companies and investors, right? DeepSeek's success has global implications too.
Oh yeah, for sure. When a Chinese company makes such a big splash in AI, the whole world takes notice. It's a sign that things are shifting.
Right, DeepSeek is showing everyone that China is becoming a major force in AI. And that has consequences that go beyond just technology.
Exactly. When we talk about power, we're not just talking about who has the best tech. It's also about who controls the future of the economy.
Exactly. AI is going to change how everything works. From factories to hospitals, from banks to how we get around. The economic impact is going to be massive.
So this isn't just some geeky tech competition. It affects all of us.
It definitely does. And it makes you wonder about what this means for who leads the world and how countries interact with each other. How will China's growing power in AI change the balance of power globally?
Wow, those are some big questions.
Yeah.
And it shows just how complicated all of this is.
Yeah.
It's not just about who makes the coolest robots or the smartest chatbots. It's about who gets to shape the future with technology.
And that brings us back to DeepSeek R1. It's amazing tech, for sure. But it's also a sign of a much bigger change happening in the world. It reminds us that innovation can come from anywhere, and that the future isn't set in stone. It's being shaped by the decisions we make today, the things we invest in, and the path we choose for technology.
That's a powerful thought. So DeepSeek R1 is more than just another AI. It's a game changer. It shows us that the world is changing, and it reminds us that the future is still being written.
You got it. And as we move forward, we have to talk about the big questions. What does AI mean for humanity? What are the good things and the bad things about it? And how do we make sure it's used ethically?
So DeepSeek has thrown a wrench into the AI world. It's making us rethink what's possible and asking tough questions about the future. What happens next is anyone's guess. But one thing's certain, the world of AI has changed forever.
And that's what makes this moment so exciting and important. We're seeing a new era begin, and it's going to have a huge impact on all of us. It's a time of amazing opportunity, but also a time where we have to be careful and make responsible choices.
So we've talked about the impressive technology behind DeepSeek R1, the impact it's having on the world, and the big questions it raises about the future of AI. But now I'm way back to you, the listener.
Right. What does all this mean for you? How could this change your life, your job, and the world you live in?
That's the question we all need to think about as we try to understand this rapidly changing world. AI isn't just something you read about in the news. It's shaping our lives right now, and will continue to do so in the future.
And DeepSeek has shown us that the future of AI is full of surprises. It's always changing, pushing limits, and making us question what we thought we knew.
So what lessons can we learn from this whole DeepSeek situation? What are the key takeaways that we should remember as we move into this new world of AI? I think one of the biggest takeaways here is that the AI race is like really heating up, and it's a global thing.
Yeah.
DeepSeek coming onto the scene like this, it shows China's a major player in the AI world now.
Definitely. It's like a reminder that, Amazing new tech can come from anywhere in the world. We're seeing a world where innovation is popping up everywhere.
And, this competition might seem a little scary to some people, but it could actually be a good thing.
How so?
It pushes everyone to do better, to come up with new ideas, and ultimately that could lead to even more advanced and helpful AI for everyone.
That's a really good point. Competition often leads to breakthroughs.
Yeah.
When you've got companies and countries trying to outdo each other, it creates this energy that sparks creativity and speeds up progress.
It's like that saying, iron sharpens iron, right? But it's not just about making better tech. It's about making sure everyone can use it.
Right. DeepSeek's focus on making their AI affordable, that's a game changer. It means that smaller companies, researchers, and even just regular people could get their hands on powerful AI tools that used to be way too expensive.
It's like they're leveling the playing field, making AI accessible to everyone. And that could have a huge impact on all kinds of industries, and even on society as a whole.
Exactly. Imagine a world where entrepreneurs in developing countries have access to the same cutting-edge AI tools as the big tech companies. It could lead to a wave of new ideas and economic growth all over the world.
That's pretty amazing to think about. But we got to talk about the other side of the coin, too. We've all seen those sci-fi movies where the AI gets out of control and takes over. Is there a reason to be worried about that happening in real life?
Well, it's important to be smart and responsible when we're developing AI. Like any powerful technology, there are risks, and we need to think carefully about how to avoid them.
So it's not about being scared of AI. It's about respecting its power, making sure we're using it for good. We need to be aware of the ethical implications and make sure that AI development aligns with our values as a society.
I agree. We need to have honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of AI. We need to set clear guidelines for how it's developed and used, and we need to work together on a global scale to make sure that AI is a force for good in the world.
Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of DeepSeek and the future of AI, what's the message we want to leave our listeners with?
I think the most important thing to remember is this. The future of AI isn't set in stone. It's being shaped right now by the decisions we make, the things we invest in, and the conversations we have. It's a future full of possibilities, both exciting and challenging.
And it's a future we can all be a part of shaping. Whether you're a tech whiz, a business leader, or just someone who's curious about this stuff, it's important to stay informed, be a part of the conversation, and help guide the development of AI in a way that benefits everyone.
We're at the beginning of a new era, and it's full of opportunities. But we also have a big responsibility. The choices we make today will determine what the future looks like. So let's embrace these possibilities with a sense of wonder and a commitment to making AI a tool for progress, innovation, and a better future for everyone.
DeepSeek has really shaken things up in the AI world.
Yeah.
It's made us question what's possible, and it's got us thinking about the big questions surrounding the future of this technology. But one thing is for sure, things are going to be very interesting from here on out. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll be back next week with another fascinating look at the world of tech.